around. Yeah, just pull over right here and we can figure out from here. We got hot again. Okay, this is true vlogger fashion, I believe. We are stuck on the side of the road. This semi isn't moving over. It's so scary when they don't move over. But we are stuck on the side of the road, headed to Rapid City, South Dakota. We got some white smoke out the back of our exhaust. Mr. Grant is on the phone with roadside assistance. I hate to be a millennial mom, but my kids are in there playing on the tablet. I wanted to bring them over to this grassy area, but I'm a little afraid because it's high tick season. And so, yeah, it's a little scary. So we are sitting here. We are 3.4 miles away from an automotive mechanic, but that 3.4 miles.
What intersection is it called?
That intersection right there in front of us is 14. So we're right before 14 on 90 headed west.
90 headed.
That shaking is so scary. I know that I should be like absolutely devastated right now, but I kind of am just joyful that it wasn't on the dirt road in the middle of nowhere with no signal. So I'm just sticking on to that joy that the Lord has placed in my heart. So everything can be fixed. Yeah, it takes away money, it takes away budget, but it's all His time, always His planning. Let's hope this lovely man right here can take it as joyful as I. Well, not as joyful as I take that back because I'll stress out about it in a little bit, but right now in this moment life's okay. I'm alive today. My husband and my children woke up. My family's healthy. So what more could I ask for? We're currently trying to drive the truck 3 miles away. I am absolutely a nervous wreck. Oh my gosh. Oh, maybe if I do it this way, you guys can see. Yeah, there's that white smoke. We're not overheated or anything yet.
Okay, so apparently what the mechanic says is that the water that runs through the radiator and the coolant system has somehow spewed off into an area where it doesn't need to be, and that's what we're experiencing through our exhaust is water burning off. So what you see there is vapor per se.
So my truck is vaping heavily, dude. Heavily.
We're not overheating. We're maintaining temperature right now in the transmission and in the engine.
There's a beautiful scenery we get to see though during this chaos. It's like lets me know that the Lord is with us, which I know He is always. But in times like this, it gets scary, and you wonder what that smell is.
It smells like the stuff that Daddy put on the tub. Pretty much, yeah.
How do you guys feel about this? What was that?
This thing.
It's stupid storm. That's cool. Grant.
3 miles, never seen it so long in my life. Doesn't help that we're towing the
I dropped it down. I literally watched it drop down.
And this is 112 and we're supposed to get to 109. No way, no way.
Even just to get to that underpass for shade and like.
Okay, I'll agree. Let's get to the underpass. But after that, I don't think it's a good idea for us to go any further because then we're we're adding more damage to our vehicle. And on top of that, my kids are really hot and we have the heat on to help prevent it from overheating.
Heat?
How do you feel about all this?
Hot.
What about you, Champers?
Bad truck.
That's a lot of white smoke, baby.
I feel like a lot of the chatter went away.
Some of the white smoke went away too.
I feel like whatever went in there is what we had to burn off.
Watch this thing right there. I don't know what that is on the road. Oh, it's a piece of tire. Is that us? No, that's them working up there.
Oh god.
That scared me. That scared me. Okay, so I don't know if you can see them working up there. Yeah, so that noise made us feel like it was our truck. So, oh, that's why she said the second exit, because Wall has 2 exits. See? Learn something new every day. Just like Venice, it has so many exits. I just want to take a moment and just give Grant a big pat on the back, because moments like this isn't his best moment. And you're handling it like a pro, dude. And we're staying joyful. And usually I'd be freaking out, and I already asked him to leave me on the side of the road so that way he could, I walk the 3 miles. It would be more comfortable for me. But we're working through it together, right, babe?
Yeah, that's pretty nice. I'm trying.
How are we looking over there?
I feel like it's riding pretty smooth compared to when we first turned it on. I don't see much smoke. And I really feel like what I thought wasn't how I felt. Or how I was.
Yeah. Your intuition. Or
Because
it's not an intuition.
Naturally, they said water got so cold. Well, that water has to at least evaporate and burn off. And I think that's what we just experienced.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that water's not still getting there. It's just because the speed that we're going at, that's making it not go there so quickly.
Did you see that? A trailer pulling a trailer with something on the back?
I didn't. Maybe we got it in the camera though, in the window. So we made it to exit 110. What's funny is we've been seeing this wall drug all since we hit South Dakota, and that wasn't really one of the things on our list that I know of, but I think we'll be hitting that up now. Hopefully they have like, hopefully we can bicycle here, because we have the bikes. Got a bike to the grocery store, got a bike to this place, got a bike to that place. It is a lot less white smoke. Oh, I also wanted to give us a pat on the back because this is real life vlogging, babe. Normally we're in panic mode and cussing each other out and not able to pull the camera out or even remember to pull the camera out because we're freaking out. And this time, that didn't happen.
Ice cream.
Grant was calm, cool, collective. I was a little freaking out, like, oh my gosh, until we got stopped. Once we got stopped, he got on the phone and I was like, oh, well, what can I do? Pull out you guys. So, yeah, just pull over right here and we can figure out from here. We got hot again. You gonna take it in with you or no? Sorry, we'll check back with you in a minute. So luckily it's right inside of the gates here. Grant asked the gentleman if he would help us tow our trailer in, and he said no, it's only a couple feet, you've already made it this far. So we are pulling it in.
No white smoke, guys.
Hopefully in this time it doesn't overheat. our spot. Mr. Grant over there is researching, see what the problem could be. I am just relaxing. The kids are eating celery and cookies. Meals of champions right here. But we are just blessed that we made it. And we're finding the silver lining, which is our vehicle is parked, our trailer is parked. We have electricity. We have a night stay and don't have to worry about it. We're trying to work on some ideas of how to get us to a bigger city. We're kind of in this small town. They don't really have, they're in the middle of a bike week. And when we called the mechanics, they sounded very like flustered about and very on this bike week. So we weren't able to get any mechanics close by, and the closest major city is 54 miles away. And so we are trying to figure out a way to get the truck and the trailer probably like 60 to 70 miles away towards Rapid City, South Dakota, so that we can get the vehicle worked on or have more options, really. And that's where our destination was, to do a road trip. And yeah, so I know God has a plan, and I'm not really worried about that. Sometimes it's just really hard to be still and wait for his plan to unfold, because I just want to start planning, and I've got all these thoughts in my mind. But I'm just going to sit here and be still, enjoy dinner with my family, and pray and refocus ourselves in the morning, and let you know how it goes.
Hello guys, it's Grant from GFam. Just wanted to give you an update. Last time I spoke to you guys, we were on the side of the road, and we had a lot of problems with our truck. I've called a few mechanics after speaking to the roadside assistant with Good Sam. I called them first and let them know what the situation was with the truck. I believe what we were experiencing is called an EGR failure. An EGR is exhaust gas recirculation, and what that means is due to the fact that we have a turbocharged, forced air induction is when some of the exhaust from the manifold is redirected back into the motor to a coolant system, where it now is pushed through the turbo to give the truck extra power. With that said, there is a sensor problem in my EGR, which is actually telling the truck to dump coolant into the combustion chambers, from what I understand. I might sound like I'm savvy, but I've talked to a lot of mechanics in the last couple of days. To bring you up to speed, after talking to the roadside assistant, the roadside assistants with Good Sam, they narrowed down this campground as the closest campground. We'll take it in tomorrow. We have an appointment at the nearest Ford dealership to diagnose it and tell us what it really is. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that it's on that end and not a blown head gasket or something of that nature. We've been here for about a week now, waiting for the appointment that we had scheduled to be clear, so that way we can bring it in and get it diagnosed. As of then, we've cleaned up the truck, we cleaned everything out, we did some home repairs around the house, and got ourselves ready for school and things of that nature. So I'm gonna have Good Sam take this truck to the nearest Ford dealership, which it will sit in the parking lot until its appointment tomorrow. As far as the trailer, I believe I have figured out a solution for that as well. I am going to rent a U-Haul truck, put my hitch on it, and then tow that to Rapid City as well. And then from there we will sit in a camping world for a couple days while the truck is being worked on, and then we will move forward from there. guys, so the tow truck is here. I'm gonna go ahead and get him situated so that way he can get the truck up on the rig. In Lincoln in South Dakota. We have actually made it to Rapid City. We're going to go ahead and drop the truck here in this parking spot, and I'm going to go in and talk to one of the associates that I had scheduled the appointment with. I got to U-Haul. Actually, the best part was that Ford actually offered a shuttle unit. Somebody from Ford actually gave me a ride to the U-Haul that I was picking up this truck, and so now I have my truck at Ford waiting for the date that they are going to start working on the vehicle, and then I have the U-Haul truck, which now I'm on my way back to the campgrounds to attach our house to it to bring it to the camping world that we will be sitting at until the vehicle is done being repaired. Alright, just showed up at the house here at the camping ground with the U-Haul truck. I'm gonna go ahead and get it hitched up and brought to the camping world. Alright guys, so what a long day. I was able to get the truck towed, get the trailer towed, and I was able to get myself a ride back here with a taxi. And we are at this camping world. We're gonna stay here in this camping world in South Dakota for, actually we're in Rapid City right now, so in South Dakota, and we're going to stay here for maybe a week, maybe 10 days. It really just kind of depends on the duration of how long it takes to get the truck fixed. So hopefully after tomorrow we will have some news back from the technicians. I will definitely keep you guys informed on the process.
Boaz is back, baby. You gonna show them all the new shiny parts?
First I'll start with this big old fat bill I got.
We don't want to see that.
So yeah.
That butter right there.
I got an EGR valve or sensor replaced. I had a fuel filter replaced. I had an oil filter replaced. I had the boots on my intake for my turbo replaced. I had the sleeve on my intake replaced. I had the turbo itself cleaned. I had rear differential fluid replaced. I had my oil changed, and I replaced, there was another part that was down inside the whole cylinder. I don't know much about these motors. I've literally been learning as things go. But as far as I know, it ran a lot better, and hopefully we won't have any incidents with that.
We got our Boaz back. We got our Boaz back. Back again. Boaz back.